Alrighty, back after a few days break, not even remotely feeling my best, so I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last this time. Got a lot of headache, bad things going on. Okay, I think what we needed to do is come on this edge, try to make it just a little well, to be honest with you, let's just leave that for now and let's work on this spot. I think we have something messed up over here we need to kind of fix. We really need this dark green olive to put, we need to put that back. Kind of roughing that edge, but we need to. So we had kind of left this area sort of blank. What we want to do, I think we should kind of go over some of this background here with this dark olive and then put maybe some of this green chalk on top of it and then kind of fade it into these sort of lighter edge over here. But for now, let's just, one thing we do want to do, and we don't want to mess this up, we've got this kind of stripe coming right in here, going this way. We want that to be in there. Let's actually make that just a little darker than the surrounding. Okay, let's go ahead, fill in this dark olive green, and we will come, stay along this edge there. We'll just go right over the, well, let's just take out the grid lines. It doesn't really matter, leave them or take them. Not gonna matter. At this point, they're really not doing much for us. And we've kind of got these landmarks already drawn in. So. Alright, let's just fill this in. This is gonna kind of fade this way. This edge is gonna stay a little light colored. Just kind of fill in these sort of spots. Okay. Alright, we're just going to stay above here since it's sort of darker up above, kind of drawn. And then we got to add some green to kind of make it uniform with this. Just fill this in. Alright, let's add, I think this is the right color for this. Add some of this kind of in here. Maybe not quite as much on this side. Alrighty, let's vacuum some of this mess. Let's go ahead and smudge this all in. We're going to avoid the top for now because that'll get too much black in. I don't want to get black fingers just yet. Alright, let's go ahead and darken this edge just a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some of this lighter olive on top of all this color. Sort of gives it this yellow tinge that it, definitely has, and obviously we did the same over there. Kind of has a pretty sharp demarcation in this spot. Let's go ahead and make sure this dark stripe sort of remains where we put it. And we probably have to make that kind of blackish, kind of right there. Let's go ahead and sharpen this black edge right there. And we actually kind of need to bring this up. There's kind of a blob of black that comes up this way. Alrighty, let's sort of vacuum up some of this. Alrighty, let's go ahead and color in this area. Now this is obviously not the right color, but we're just going to go with it for now. We're going to whiten it, is really what needs to happen. Alrighty. So this whole kind of area needs to be kind of darker, I would say. Everything up here. And everything under here also needs to be almost black. Alright, let's vacuum up that. Never blow black dust all the time. Okay, where is my white? Okay. Well, actually, that's not quite right. Let's get this darker olive. Just kind of make this just a little more subtle. And then over here, we'll go ahead and put some white kind of along here. It's not that we really want to make it lighter, we just want to make it less green, more than it's just not quite as yellow as it looked. We kind of need to put it in there, kind of patches. Let's see, could maybe gotta kind of get down in here and alright, let's bring in a little of this black from above, kind of fade it in just a little more, but not too much. We want to be careful with it. Now let's get rid of this dust. Okay, now there's some darker things we want to kind of put in. These just sort of like patches of green, kind of going along here, here. Just kind of give it some character. It's not all one solid color. It's just kind of put in some of this. But I do think, kind of want to, there is a sort of greenish, dark green border that kind of intersects here. This is actually, all this, I would say, needs to be a shade lighter. We'll kind of, I mean, a shade darker, this background, and that's fine. We can Big screw up there. That's okay. Let's go in with this olive and kind of just cover up some of this mess. Kind of drawing some of these little lines. Really should be using this darker olive color for this. I think, alright, let's see, how are we gonna do this? We need to add some black, I think, to this whole area. It's not quite as light. It's too dark. It's not dark enough. Forgive me if I'm misspeaking. I really am sleep deprived at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and I'll go up under here, right on this border. Just kind of run into it. Now that probably looks too dark, but it won't when we give it a good smudging. But that being said, the contrast has to be right, so let's go ahead and just get that all kind of smudged in. Just make it all a little darker than it was. Alright, then let's get that edge and kind of soften it. No, that's not gonna work. So annoying. Let's actually use the black, and then we're gonna just come against this border, kind of darken it a little bit. But also kind of make it a little fuzzy. Let's get some of these. So we had this sort of line there. This shouldn't be quite as yellow as it looks. So it looks like we've got these kind of almost whitish areas. Kind of need to kind of put in right underneath here. Then there's this sort of dark brown we need to kind of fill back in. This sort of spot right there has got a little brown in there. It kind of goes like that. Let's kind of just smudge this whitish stuff, kind of. Looks like we probably need a little more of this dark olive kind of coming across. Kind of coming like this. Add a little more black just underneath here to kind of make this edge more uniform. Alright, let's erase this. Alright, let's kind of, I wouldn't say we're done. Let's kind of get this a little darker. Kind of add a little more, make it darker at the top. Got this sort of then there's this sort of kind of black right in there, and then we need to darken. I think we'll start with this olive. We're just going to fill in all this area up above here with this olive green. Let's go around this sort of lighter spot. And then we're going to immediately go over this with this sort of darker green chalk and then add black to that. Where is my bright green color? Did it fall? Yep, there it is. Alright, let's vacuum up that dust first. Oops. Sorry. Okay, let's get some green in here. Now let's smudge that in just a bit, and we're going to come in with black A lot of that needs to be a lot darker back here. Trying to leave this light spot alone for now. Go ahead and fill in these areas. Alright, now let's take the black chalk and smudge in. Make it darker. This needs to be quite a bit darker. Okay, and then right underneath here, really just need to get everything darker green. See if probably not gonna be worth the trouble, but let's sorry. Okay, let's try and add a little bit of our, well, let's make this spot right here. Let's try and add a little bit of light green to all this background. Not quite sure why I'm doing this. I just feel like it needs to be there. Problem is, when I start smudging it all around, it's gonna go away. But let's give it a try anyway. Alright, let's smudge some more. Not sure what we accomplished there, but we did try something. Hey, that looks okay. I don't know. See if we can darken this spot and kind of erase. Just kind of fill it in. Sometimes it's just really not possible to get a good demarcation without screwing with it a little bit. Need a few more dark patches up in here. Alright, I still think that this spot needs to be better. Needs to be more. Needs to be dark right in here. To be some sort of almost straight line coming through here. We gotta vacuum that for sure. So now let's kind of just make a slightly sharper upper border to this curve. Let's and then in there, let's start with a just light olive. Kind of just in this, filling up this. I guess we really should finish the top part of the border. Let's just zoom out a little bit. We need to finish the top part of this border, kind of come in here and go into there. Just, okay, let's do that. We'll use a light black to do that. Kind of comes down to here. Kind of hits an inflection point right there. I think that's about right. And then it kind of curves right down there. I think that's about right. It actually might be easier to come from the bottom, basically do this and then come up to here before we complete this part. But I'll tell you, 100% honest, today I am just not feeling that perfect. So let's just kind of play in here a little more with what we had done before, because I really can't move on yet, or I don't feel like it. So let's just, these are black. I mean, this dark blue. Messed up there. Let's vacuum that. Let's take a little, kind of just smudge that. Make it a little more subtle. Oh yeah, I wanted to come back to this. Honestly, everything over here looks somewhat decent, but I wanted to, this thing needed to be dealt with again somehow. It needs to be, I need to cover the white again. Let's use this shade of green. Really make an effort to cover the white and then fade to black. Alright, let's vacuum up that. And then go in with the black. Let's use more black. Kind of push that border pretty aggressively. Alrighty. Still won't say, we're obviously still not done, but I think we've kind of accomplished a little more here. But tonight, I have got to get to bed. Okay. We shall stop here.